Donald Trump actively killed the negotiations in Switzerland while they were happening. If you need any more evidence that this dude is rat fucking JD Vance to the nth degree of rat fucking, well, here it is. Not only did JD Vance, Steve Wicoff, and always failing upwards, Jared Kushner, stand there and wait for the Iranian negotiators. When they got there, they wouldn't even pose for a photo op with them. They said, no, we're not here to talk about the nuclear file at all. The IAEA wasn't even there. That shows that. They said, we're here to talk about you restraining you-know-who so they stop killing innocent people in Lebanon. That's what that whole negotiation today was going to be about. And before it could even happen, Donald Trump posted this. This was about 4 hours ago, during the negotiations. Well, before they could start. Iran must immediately stop their highly paid proxies in Lebanon from causing trouble. If they don't, we'll hit Iran very hard again, just like we did last week, only harder. President Donald J. Trump. Amhataha says this was humiliation. No one in modern history has made America wait and beg for negotiations. This was the moment JD Vance should have returned to Washington. The Islamic regime did this on purpose. Trump, if you don't understand politics, you should at least understand protocol. The visuals from Switzerland. The U.S. delegation entered well before the Iranians. In diplomacy, the side with leverage doesn't wait in the room. You claim to be leading and winning, yet you arrived first. First mistake. Golubov did not enter while the press was inside. JD Vance did. Another mistake. It looked as though you didn't just abandon allies, including Israel. You also diminished America's image by ignoring basic diplomatic protocol. The Iranian foreign minister entered last and refused to shake hands. We didn't need photographs to tell us who looked confident, who looked desperate, but these images made it easier for the world to draw its own conclusions. Ron Filipkowski posted, the U.S. has never looked smaller or weaker on the world stage, and reposted the post I just read. And after Donald Trump posted what he posted, Golubov came out and said, the Midas Touch reposted, don't they think to themselves that if their threats had any result, they wouldn't have reached today's desperation? We do not take Americans' threats into account at all. It would be better for them to watch their statements carefully. Our armed forces are ready to respond to them in a different way. I would be remiss if I didn't mention, he also sent Lindsey Graham and his sycophants and suckadicks out on today's Meet the Press and the morning shows. Lindsey Graham actually got on television. To the people of Lebanon, help is on the way. And Midas Touch pointed out, this is exactly what Trump said to the Iranian protesters right before he bombed Iran and let 35,000 protesters get schmurdered, massacred. Lindsey Graham also says that if the MOU deal fails, which he made it fail, that Trump will take over the strait and charge tolls. If this deal fails, Trump is going to take the strait over by force. The United States will control the strait. We will charge a fee for those who go through to pay for the operation. If Iran contests control, we will obliterate them. All for Israel. All for Israel, by the way. We want our politicians to work for America.